G'day everyone, it's Roy at Sunland Caravans. Welcome back one more time. Another gorgeous day here in paradise. Look, before I start this, I just want a big shout out to Brendan. Now, Brendan likes watching these videos and would rather watch these videos than fishing videos. And for that, I've got to say, Brendan, you're a bloody star, mate. Thank you. In the meantime, Joanna and Alistair are desperately waiting for the arrival of their new caravan. Now, due to this damn COVID thing, they're having problems getting it down and we're trying to get that sorted out. But guys, let's go through and have a look at your gorgeous van. So this is a little bit different. This is an 18'6" blue heeler. So the standard blue heeler is 19'6". You can go down to the 18'6". You can go, the standard is 19'6", so you can come down to 18'6", or you can go up to 20'6". In this case, they've gone down to the slightly smaller 18'6". Has got all the features though. So DO35 hitch, they've got the camera fitted, they've got a Dexter sway control, they've got the gas bottles actually on the front here with their gull wing toolbox. It gives them a lot more space inside this toolbox, I guess. Camera, so Dexter control. Have a look at this though. I really like this, guys. This is their slide out kitchen. So it's got the grill with a lid on it here, and of course you've got your sink, a nice preparation top. This is I'd say that's probably galvanized steel that's been powder coated, and it's actually a very nice finish. Quite a nice long kitchen. The red sets off nicely too. I like the color. So guys, good choice. That looks like that's going to work ideally for you. So sunburst awning, and they've gone for the yellow and white lights at the top there, also with an external table. So there's a few extra bits and pieces on this one. Moving around the caravan, you've seen most of this before, this beautiful Raptor coat, and I do want to remind you, there are different products out there. This is called Raptor coat. In my personal opinion, I like this one the best for a whole heap of reasons. But if you have a look at the way that these guys have done a job, it's a really beautiful job and it's a fantastic finish. That is sprayed actually prior to some of the fittings, but after others. So for example, the wheel arch goes on, so when we spray it, it's all nicely covered there, but things like, you know, door stops and tables are all fitted afterwards. It really gives you a nice finish. External entertainment, 12 volt, your bracket for the TV to come outside, and a 240 volt, and of course your antenna point. Now, moving around the back here, the Gerard instant hot water service, again inside this hatch. So inside here, we've got the two water pumps. You've got your general purpose, plus your drinking water, plus the sure flow quick release filter, and the red water valve. Instructions for that here on the door. Now, I don't know if I make much of a mention of this, but this is actually a pole carrier. Now, the pole carrier can be used for multiple purposes. It is actually aluminium, not plastic, although the cap here is plastic. That's 150 mil. So it's actually quite a decent size. You can get quite a lot in there. Good for things like silage hoses, fishing poles, those sorts of things. Now, actually, I should point this out. On this cap, if you look closely, there are 4 lugs. And you see there's a flat surface there and a flat surface there, flat surface there, flat surface there. That is, when you do these up, if you want to, you can get a flat piece of timber to just lever that, to either open. So if it's a little bit tight taken off, you just put a flat piece of timber and you can get that off easier. In the meantime, just spin that back on. Has got the LED rear lights nowadays. So this bar has got this extra piece here. So it's an aluminium pole carrier with an aluminium rear bar, light, number plate light, and the 2 LED lights both there. It's at a very nice height, legal of course. Inside here we've got the electrics. Now they've gone for one 225 amp hour lithium battery, which is your standard, with a 2000 amp inverter, 2000 watt inverter rather. So moving around the caravan again, come down here, you'll see this has actually got a gas heater. The gas heater in the 186, there's not enough room to put the back there. and there's not actually room to put it where we would normally on the 19'6", so it's actually under the fridge. Easy accessible from the inside. You can see it comes with the fridge cover, your 2 tank, one for your general purpose, 190 litres, mains pressure, and your drinking water. Now I should mention on these mains pressure, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, first off, the thread that we use here is actually called an American thread, so it's not the standard one you buy off the shelf. You do need to make sure that you get the American thread. We supply the Caravan with it. The idea of it is to take that cap off, put that attachment in, plug your hose in, now you've got mains pressure. When you disconnect that, you really should be putting that cap back on. I'm seeing people driving around leaving the other one on there. I get why people do it, but that's got a filter in there, a little wire filter, and if that fills up with dust, it's not going to work terribly well. The other thing about these fittings is it's actually a pressure reduction valve. So if you get that all gummed up with rubbish, it's not going to work very well. Not a good idea. Guys, take a couple of extra moments just to disconnect that, screw that off, and then screw that thread back on again. I'm seeing a lot of Caravans come in with those still attached, and there are better things you can do with time. This of course comes with the Cruise Master suspension, the quick release drop down legs. What we're going to do next is we're going to have a look inside of this little beauty. I know you're all busting to see what's inside, what's happening, so let me show you. So first off, we'll drop our electric leg down and we'll lock up or open up our Aussie Traveller door. We've spoken about this plenty of times, the midgie mesh and this safety wire here, which I really like. Grabbing hold of our beautiful black handle, we'll just move inside. Now, they've gone for a nice colour scheme here with the greys and the silver handles, white. They've got their CPAP provisions each side of the bed and the master control for the heater there. Because this is 18'6", it has got a bolstered bed. So with the bolster in place to give this a full queen size, you may be able to catch this on the camera. This is actually quite tight to get around the bed. So I'm moving around there quite tightly. If you pull the bolster up, that'll give you more space. So look, for me, that tightness isn't a big deal, and I'm not a skinny guy, as you might have noticed. So I don't think that'll be much of a problem. They'll probably leave that bolster in place all the time. Inside here, they've gone for shelves instead of hanging, and that's becoming quite a popular thing to do. Even though it's 18'6", this is probably the only tight part is around there. The rest of it is actually quite roomy, as you expect to see from a Sunland. It's got the Italian leather seats, the bolster removable back, the trifold table. They've gone for this grey, slightly darker than the greys that they've put on the cupboard doors. Again, it's a nice contrast, but when you put that with this marble look laminate on the trifold table, which matches with what's on the kitchen or galley bench, that actually blends really well. And they've gone and done something a little bit different. They've put the same laminate on that back wall, and I think the effect of that whole marble look again looks really good. Put your TV on that wall, a nice big window, and hey, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's have a look at this too. Stainless steel sink, flick mixer tap, so you've got your general purpose water happening here and your drinking water happening down there. Of course, both those items are used by turning on your pumps. Here we've got the stovetop. Now, a lot of people have heard me talking about this because I really like it. This is a Thetford one. It's got this grate that's sort of more like a wrought iron than the stainless steel ones that we've been seeing of recent years. It's 3 gas and 1 electric, and they've raised the electric plate up. Really smart move, because when they're sunk down, you really can't get much on there. You certainly can't get a decent sized pot on there, meaning that on most of them, this electric element is all but useless. This being flush, I can put a wok on there or a big saucepan on any of those and get the most out of it. So, you know, guys, well done with this. I do like that. Kamek microwave oven up the top here. Your range hood, and we can see That range hood's got a light in it. Stereo system. And this little cubby here, people keep saying to me, what's that there for? Well, it was designed to be like a little charge place, somewhere you can put an iPad or an iPhone or an Android or whatever you got, tuck it in there, connect it up, it's out of your way, you're not cluttering up your bench space. Here's your slide out pantry. And of course, because this has only got a stove and a grill, you've now got your big pot drawer underneath as well. Beautiful stuff. Now, they've gone for, one of my favourite features is to put the mirrors into the fridge. It's a really nice feature. It throws the light around. And whilst I have people say to me, you get fingerprints on, actually I don't tend to touch that. Unless of course I'm pointing at myself saying, oh, you ugly bastard. No, I don't do that much either. But if you, opening and closing it using these, you really don't have much need to put your fingers. So I'm not worried about fingerprints. I don't think it's a big deal. But I do like the idea of having a full length mirror in the Caravan. I like the way it throws the light around. It makes the Caravan feel bigger automatically. And I'll be doing more with mirrors in the future. Preferably those ones that curve and make you look skinny. But anyway, fantastic hatch up the top here. It has got the Ibis air conditioner and it has got a 4-season hatch. I'm mentioning those things down there because I want to spend a little bit more time down this end. Now, you're all used to seeing my concertina door and my screen, which I love this screen on my shower. Again, even though it's 18'6", it's still got the full-size shower with the seat, which you've got the hot water service underneath, has got the hatch on the roof. This has got a 2.6 kilo washing machine sitting in there. Da-da-da-da. The big illuminated mirror on the back wall. A couple of cupboards up here and one here. What this van has got that's different, however, is the toilet. So, looking down at that toilet is actually what's called a nature's head. Now, generally speaking, we recommend the normal cassette type toilets, but if you want to go for something that's more natural, its application, the nature's head seems to be the most popular one out there. You actually detach that to empty, and I'm not going to go through pulling it all apart for you right now, but you can see this bottle at the front here. That is actually the bottle that collects the urine, so that you lift that out and take it out, so you're reducing the amount of waste that's in the toilet itself. And then it's got this special air system happening there. So that in itself probably needs a review. If you're looking for a toilet that is more natural than a cassette toilet, that may very well be the way to go. However, I still think the cassette toilet takes a lot of beating. Put natural products in there to break the waste down so you can dump it anywhere or empty it anywhere, to me kind of makes a lot of sense. So, you know, using a bucket, it's just a question of what you prefer. And I like to empty it outside, not have to walk it through the Caravan, but that's just me. All right, so I guess that wraps it up, guys. So Joan and Alistair, if you're listening to this, I appreciate and respect your views on your toilet. I hope you love it a lot. I'm just expressing my views as well. And I guess the big thing here is you wanted it and you got it, and it's not detrimental to the Caravan. So it's all good stuff. Look, if you want more information, please, you know how to contact us. I'll remind you again, please like, subscribe, hit that alarm bell. Find out when we've got more of these coming through, and we've got a bundle more coming through very shortly. You can contact us 0754992250. That's a landline number. When you get through that, you can select to go through to the sales department. You can ring me on my mobile 0410 574 127. You can get us on our web address sunlandcaravans.com.au. You can get us on our Facebook page. So there's lots of ways of being able to contact us. Please do like, subscribe, hit that alarm, and keep it all coming. And look, thank you all for the fantastic comments we've been getting back, and I really do appreciate it. See you for the next one. Bye now.
Outback Australia. I'm going outback Australia. I'm going